good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Hey, how's everybody doing on this Money Monday? I know. Hope that everybody had a great weekend, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful day today. Hey, listen, every once in a while, I like to do a video about, putting money and cash into a good mental perspective. We have been so far removed by actuality sometimes because we're so used to things being done larger and bigger and numbers and abstract images that every once in a while I like to create an audio video about things that we should put into perspective. Now, first of all, welcome any new viewer. Thank you. And of course, re-welcome back to the veteran listeners and viewers. I so appreciate your time because your time is valued. Listen, yesterday, as you know, Money Mom did a collab with me, and it was like the most awesomest really experience. Was, hey, we're talking about Money Mom, okay? And Money Mom was talking about unusual ways, and so did I. In my case, I said underrated. If you didn't get to see that video, please check it out. You may be interested in it. And Money Mom was talking about one of the very first tips that she recommended is don't overlook change, okay? She actually admitted that if she sees change, let's say somewhere outside or wherever, on the floor or an innocuous place or whatever, well, it might not be the cleanest thing to do, but I guess you could always clean it, pick it up with a gloved hand if you want. She picks it up. And at first I said, that's really a tough thing to admit. But she does do it, and she did do it. And guess what? We're talking about the fact that little things add up and mean a lot. Sometimes things get lost in the translation in our lives. Like I said, we're bombarded with big numbers. So, okay, I'm not saying you're going to get $1 million picking up change in the street. No, but it does add up. Change in general, if you could still get it, that is, because we are unfortunately seemingly moving into practically a paperless society as far as cash. But while we're still in the cash business, do not underestimate the value of small things. And that's my really biggest message of today. I want to put into perspective, what can a person do with $100 these days? Well, okay, talking about the New York area, and always note that things are a little more expensive around here. So what might seem normal to me may seem outlandish to somebody else in another location, okay? However, you can't beat this value for this. You can actually get 33 glorious rides on the New York City mass transit system, be it the subway or be it the bus. That's nothing to sneeze at. 33 rides, because the subway and the buses are the fastest way to get around the city. That I could tell you. The Iron Horse, if you will, some of us call it that. I mean, it may not be the most pleasant ride for some people, but it gets the job done, and it has been getting the job done for millions of people for many years. So at this point in time, with $100, you can literally get 33 rides. I would say that's a pretty darn good value if you think about it. Speaking of the city, if you go around, let's say, to a local street vendor which sells, street food, like let's say just a standard thing like a hot dog, okay? I would say, now it varies, it really does, because some of the vendors, depending on where they're located, the ones on the Upper East Side in Central Park, for example, may charge a little bit more for that Frankfurter, okay? Just saying. So in that case, if you get a Frankfurter for between the amount of about $4 to $5, depending on the location, then you could get about, 25 or 20 out of $100, okay? And that's if you put a topping on it, for example. If you go to a different location, you might only have to pay $3 for that. And if you go to another state, you might only have to pay $2 for one of those street Frankfurters, and you could get 50 of those. Just saying. Now, a movie theater ticket, okay? Yes, movies can really run up the gamut, but you could still probably, with $100, buy anywhere between, I would say, 8 to 10 movie tickets with $100, okay? I mean, that's a heck of a lot of movies if you're the type of person that must get to that movie right quick. Me personally, I wait it out until it gets on one of those channels, and if you know where I'm going with that. And speaking about that kind of a channel, just think of how much money a person could save a month if they get rid of, start cutting the cord, start cutting the cable. You know what I'm saying? There are so many streaming options out there that you could save yourself a little bit or a lot of bit of a bundle immediately, if not sooner. So I'm just saying, putting this back into perspective again, if, let's say, boxed cake mix goes on sale at your local grocery store, I have heard of it as low as one time, once in a while, $1 a box, okay? That's in some places. Most oftentimes in my life, I've seen it at about $2 a box on sale. So with $100, you could get 50 boxes of boxed cake mix times the 24 cupcakes that would yield. You're getting 1,200 cupcakes out of that $100 investment. Just saying, just saying. Now, I would love your participation here. Let's get creative. What would you do or can you do with $100? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, not much, but that is actually not true if you really, really think about it. And that's the purpose of today's video, to put things into perspective and to remind everyone that every little bit that you save counts. For instance, if you have a goal, a savings goal, that you want to save, let's say in the short term, okay? $300 in the next 3 months. You just divide that. What you could do is aim to save $25 per week. Find those areas in your life that are leaky wallet syndrome, which I've spoken about a few times. We'll come back to that on another Money Monday and find out some of the cracks, the crevices, and the leaks that could be happening in your life. But for today, sit down and ask yourself, where am I leaking do-re-mi? I really want to save, let's say, that $300 in a couple of months, 3 months. You can do it. Just do the math and figure it out from there. Hey, by eliminating, let's say, a few of those silly habits that really make no sense at the end of the day. For example, let's get a small jar of coffee. This is just for example. A small jar of, let's say, instant coffee, one of your favorite flavors. Go for the gold if that's what you like to do in that area. Buy it at home. Enjoy your favorite flavor. You could get, sometimes about 20 to 25 cups out of one jar. And if you've been paying $2 and above for coffee, well, look, you do the math. Again, just an example. Every little bit does help. Hey, I want to thank everyone for listening and wishing everybody a wonderful day. I'm going to end this with a little bit of music. And don't forget to try to put a smile on somebody else's face. You never know. The day may come when you can use that smile back. And I pretty much guarantee you, you will get it back. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll be back real soon. Going to end this with a little bit of music. Take good care now. Bye-bye.